Hello. I couldn't see me either for a second or two there. Thank you for coming in. This is the Vibrant Good Health Show. I am Hillary Gooden, your Vibrant Life coach, lymphologist, dealing with the lymphatic system, and I'm also author, speaker, and a pastor. I empower busy women leaders with strategies to transform their health and peace by reducing stress, anxiety, and inflammation. And I also teach them to do that by activating and maintaining a healthy lymphatic system. This is in order to increase energy, clarity of mind, have better health, better sleep, boost immunity and vitality because I absolutely believe you got the power to help your body help you live a more vibrant life. And so come on in. As you come in, please do share this broadcast out. I welcome you, all my replay viewers as well. Tonight we're talking about EMFs. EMFs, the electric magnetic field, and how are you connected? How are you connected as far as that's concerned? So we talked about the electric magnetic field and your health. I'm always teaching on what you can do to help your body help you to live that more vibrant life by having more vibrant health. And so this is one thing that I was discussing earlier on a show that I was being interviewed on, Lotus Richey Ignites, earlier today, and this came up. And I said, you know what? I think that's what I'll talk about to go into it a little more later on this evening here on the Vibrant Good Health Show. So thank you for coming in. And again, share as you come in. And also let me know who you are and give me your where you are so I can shout you out. I appreciate that. Uh, so I just need to send this to a couple of places. And so that's why I love for you to share this as well. Hey, there we go, Miss uh, Angela Elton coming in from DC. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming in. And so let me just share this to a couple of places. EMFs. Do you have any idea what magnetic field, where that originates from, or do you have any idea what does that mean? It's also talking about environmental stressors. I'm going to get into that. So let me just share this out to a couple of places. Again, please do share as you come in, and also remember to let me know where you're coming in from so that I can also say, hey, hey, hey. So have a couple of groups or so that I always make sure that I send this to because they could, hey, let us know when you're going live. So you can always appreciate that. There's one posted, and my other one right quick. Gonna send it to and women, busy women leaders. Yeah. So as you say, does she only talk to busy women leaders? Well, I talk to everybody, you know, but who is the person that I'm really drawn to because I identify the most with them? That's busy women leaders. I know what that's like. I've been a busy woman leader for a long time. Okay, there we go. That's it for me. So I hope you're still sharing. And if you're watching me on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already and hit that little notification bell so that you'll get the notifications when I go live. And that's every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. But I'm also going live at other times. So that's why you want to hit the notification as well as make sure you're following me here on Facebook. Follow me on my page, friend me on my profile page, so that you too will get notifications of when I do go live. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this tonight because it's not something that we think about that much, because it's just the way life is right now. So as I get into it, you'll begin to understand if you don't already what in the world is she talking about. And so again, this is our topic for tonight: electric magnetic field and your health. How connected are you? So, we're talking about environmental stressors. EMF is another uh, environmental stressor. Others, they said, environmental stresses originate from our environment, such as pathogens in the air, crowds, noise, and EMFs. So when we talk about pathogens in the air, you have those airborne, you've heard the term airborne pathogens or airborne drugs. And I mean, airborne, um, uh, what's the word? Germs is what I'm looking for. That you can catch a cold from something like that, or something blowing your eye, and next thing you know, you got it. Your eye is inflamed and infected. So we have that stuff to deal with, and we all know so much as what we're dealing with now with the coronavirus, and so it is making us even more aware of not only that, but the germs are airborne all around us, wherever we may find ourselves, in the house or out of the house. And they say in the house, you're breathing the same air over and over. So it's important to get some fresh air. Then you say, well, it's airborne pathogens out there. Well, we still need to get some fresh air, even if you just step outside, take a little walk to the down the driveway or down the block, turn around and come back. That's good for your body, good for your cells, good for your lungs. It's good to get some fresh air. But so that's one thing as far as environmental stressor is the air that we breathe and the things that are floating around in the air. Another one is crowds. He said, how is that a environmental stressor? Especially now, I think even even more so than ever, just like they're concerned so much right now because of um, spring break and the young people going to the usual places like down in Florida. They're trying to brace themselves for the influx of young people that'll be on the beaches. And I heard one young lady said, I'm immune from the coronavirus because I haven't caught it so far. So I'm immune from it. And I'm not worried about, being in crowds at all. That's one thing. We all need to still take precautions and be as rich, how you say, as preventative as possible. Do what you can do to stay healthy. Do what you can do to protect yourself as well as protect others around you. And so, wearing your mask, washing your hands, and just keeping your distance, especially when you're around a bunch of people that you don't know and you're not familiar with that don't live in your house. I mean, I believe that we still need to go by those um those steps right now just to stay healthy and to stay protected and not only protect yourself, but this is something you do to protect others as well. I was thinking in my book, I was looking in my book because I talked about electric magnetic field in the chapter that's dealing with stress. And I was telling the of the time, one time, as far as a stressor is concerned, I was at a Rick James concert. Yeah, I ain't always been saved, but I went to a Rick James concert one year back in the day, and so it was me and three of my friends, my girlfriends, and they said, "Let's go." We all got tickets, and it was in here in Chicago in Soldier Field, which is the football stadium. So it was out in the open, and it was just really hot. It was in August, and I was all excited about going to this concert. Was having a really good time up in the stands, but at some point they was getting ready to play something, and everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people started going down onto the field. And I wanted to go. I said, come on, y'all, let's go. They didn't want to go. I said, well, I'll go by myself. They said, we'll watch you from up here. So I ran down there and found me a place up in the crowd near the stage, singing and dancing and, just having a good time. And I thought I heard a gunshot. And a lot of other people said they thought they heard one too. And somebody said, he got a gun. And everybody started running. Oh my God, it was a big crowd of people. Some people were being trampled because they couldn't get out of the way fast enough. All I could think, instead of running with the crowd, was like the crowd was going this way, and I made my way over to the wall of the stands. Just kind of stood there while everybody passed me by. And after they passed by and it quieted down, then I walked on up to my seat. My friends were like, "So, did you have a good time?" And to this day, I don't like being in crowds. They didn't have to tell me this about coronavirus, but ever since that time, I really don't like being in crowded situations because that's the environmental stress because you don't know when something might happen and if you'll be able to come out of it safely, and so that, as far as being in crowds, that's an environmental stressor. That's just like also here, and if I'm not sure what it may be where you live, but up on the north side of town and on the south side too, we have two baseball teams, the Cubs and the White Sox. And especially up on the north side, because it's a very densely populated area with a lot of apartment buildings, and parking is just, it's already a problem with the people that live there, let alone when there's a game and it's over, then it becomes even more crowded. And people, they get stressed out, they don't like it. The people that live there, all of these kind of things that can stress you. I'm just talking and talking, but all these things can stress you. I hope I'm not stressing you with just going on and on and on there. But so we're talking about pathogens in the air, crowds, noise. Noise could be another stressor. Let's see. Got some pre-written notes here so I can stay on point. Wanted to get with one of the researchers that I have listed in my book. I believe this is the one. Yeah. Okay. So this is researcher Dr. Edward Group, and he is. Let me see. Let me go back up to the original one. Dr. Edward Group stated that he's a researcher, and he stated that one type of stress that doesn't get a lot of attention but has a big effect on our health is the stress associated with our environment. He went on to say, uh, that some environments are very low stress, like getting out in nature. That's a beautiful thing when the weather permits, that you can get out in nature, and sometimes it's quiet. A lot of times I think it's just a more quiet area when you're not around all of the bustling of cars and buses and the expressway traffic and things like that, or a lot of people, where you can just commune with God, commune with the nature that He's provided. And the other thing that happens that's so beautiful is that there's an exchange going on. Do you know what that exchange is? Let me tell you what that exchange is. Thank you for coming in. That exchange is the trees and the bushes and the green stuff need carbon dioxide. We need oxygen. So from the nature, it provides oxygen that we breathe in. We breathe out carbon dioxide that the nature needs. And so it's a beautiful exchange that goes on when we're out in nature. And that's another reason for getting out and getting some fresh air. It helps you and it helps nature. So sometimes we don't think about the full picture. I'm gonna get to my comments right after I get to what he finally said. Was other environments are like a loud, noisy factory where uh, mm, other environments are like a loud, noisy factory that wear on us much differently. If you're trying to live a healthy life, you need to consider all the inputs, including your environment. That's just like if you're moving to a new area. and you're looking, if you have children, you're trying to find out, do they have a school in the area? Do they have any parks? What things are around. Is there a grocery store nearby? Is there a shopping area? Those type of things. Even we should consider stuff like a noisy factory, or something like that. And I knew a guy, dated a guy once, his hearing was fine, but then he got a job working in the water filtration plant that was right smack dab in the community. I never knew that was what that place was. It was, right there where all the houses and everything. It wasn't like it was in a industrial area. He got this job working there. Those machines were so loud. You could hardly stand to. I could hardly stand to be around him when I would go pick him up sometimes or meet him for lunch or something. And over time, he began to lose his hearing. His hearing was being affected. And it got to the place where every time you were talking to him, he would say, "What you say? What you say? Say that again." I was like, "Man, you need to find you another job. This job is just doing a job, a real number on your hearing." These are stressors that can affect your health. Different things. Even just when you got neighbors that are very loud, like to play their music extremely loud, that can be a stressor on you and your health and your peace. I'm always talking about you got the power to transform your health and your peace. They definitely do go together. And so, yeah, that's just a little bit of it. I'm going to get to the EMFs next. But I have let's see. Oh, there's Pat Anthony. Thank you for coming in. Hey, 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 I appreciate you. And then I have another message here from Angela. She said, "Can't wait on your topic tonight." Thank you so much. I feel like I'm rambling on, but I got to get this information out. So Angela also says, "I love going for walks along the water, watching the ripples, water, birds, water, the vehicles, or even the planes flying by." Yeah, it's a beautiful thing when we're out in nature. I got another thing that we don't think about. It's kind of cool to be doing it now. Although I have seen some people, uh, they will go out even when it's cold and get their feet on the. What do you think I'm getting ready to say next? Get their bare feet on the what? If you think you know what I'm gonna say, put it in the comments. Let me see. Let me see. This is something I discovered over the summer that I will be doing again soon as the weather breaks enough here right now. It's a little too cold for me. But if you think you know what I'm talking about, please put it in the comments. And let's see. Okay. Well, I guess I'll tell you. It's called earthing or grounding. If you ever heard of earthing or grounding, put a one in the comments. You know what that is. Put your feet on the cement. That's a good answer because that's part of it. Yeah. Put your feet on the cement, but mostly put your bare feet on the grass. On the grass. That's another great exchange happening. When you go to the beach and you have your bare feet on the sand, your bare feet in the water, God has provided to take care of us, to help our bodies. And putting your bare feet on the sand, the grass, in the water, even on cement, not on blacktop though, but on cement. What happens, you have an exchange of negative neurons that are that go directly into your body from your through your feet that helps to change the positive charge Most people are in a positive charge just by way of the foods we eat, the fact that we don't connect with the earth. We all wear shoes. Those shoes with rubber soles and different kind of soles that are not leather soles mostly do not allow for our that exchange to happen. So most people are positively charged. And in order to balance that charge out, something as simple as putting your bare feet in the grass. You go to the beach, you say, I always feel so good when I go to the beach. When I just walk along in the water there or walk along barefoot in the sand. I don't know what it is. That's what it is. That beautiful exchange that happens. And it's something Natasha Tupper, thank you for that. It is something so uh beautiful. I tried it this summer when I heard about it. Before I come on here and I start telling you about things, believe me, I've already tried it. Because no sense in coming on here and I don't even really know. So I started doing it this past summer. So let me see how true is it. In fact, I was reading about it. I'm not sure how I ran into it, but I ran into it. I watched this movie, and after I watched the movie, I went outside. I got a lot of grass outside my house. I went outside, took my shoes off, and started walking around in the grass. They said you should do it for at least 20 minutes. So I said, okay, let me see what happens. Nothing just greatly happened that particular day, although some people notice some benefits right off. And that depends on what's happening in your body. Okay. So if you got a lot of inflammation or you got some kind of imbalance that's happening in your body that's causing you some serious issues, you may find that when you do it, that you feel some benefit right away. What I did notice, what I began to notice the most, is that I began to sleep very soundly because I'm one that anything lightly could just wake me up and then I'm up, you know. But I found that I was sleeping very sound. When I would go to sleep, when I wake up, it was morning time, you know. And I was like, wow, that's nice. I like that. Just waking up really charged up and ready to go. And so it helps you to sleep. It helps to give you energy. It helps to balance out that positive charge to bring you to, I want to say like homeostasis, but it wants to bring you to that place that balances you. And it can do it within seconds. I was so amazed because a lot of times doctors, if they even know this kind of stuff, they're not going to tell you because it's not what they're supposed to do. But this one guy, he said, my doctor told me what I need to do was to go to the park, sit on a bench, take my shoes off, and just and put my feet on the ground on the grass for 20 minutes a day. That was what he prescribed him to do. He said, when you come back, because he was having problems with not being able to sleep well, he was having problems with his heart, um, blood pressure, and different stuff. He just had stuff going on. And as he did that, he noticed that he was feeling better. And not only was he just feeling better, when he went back to his doctors, his numbers had balanced out and would make more sense. And he was just like, wow, I can't believe something as simple as this. Plus, he lost weight. So yeah, I'm gonna be going in the grass even more once the weather breaks. This is something that I'll be adding to what I do. My neighbor, she was watching me and just one day she asked me to come over to the gate and she was like, "What are you doing? I see you out here. Are you looking for something?" Because sometimes I'll walk around, but I had a very good couple of books that I was reading over the summer, and I'll go out there, sit in my car with my feet on the grass, park close enough to the edge so I could put my feet on the grass, and just 20 minutes would fly by when I would be reading my book or listening to books on Audible. And it's just so amazing to me that God has provided something that we can do that's free. It's easy, natural, and it's drug free, and it works. So if you think you might try this, put a 2 in the comment. And I wonder if anybody listening to this is in an area where you could do that even now. Like I talked to some people a couple of weeks ago that were, when we were about to end our conversation, they said, well, when I get off this call, I'm getting ready to take my daughter to the beach. Or another lady, me and my husband, we're getting ready to go to the beach. One lived in Florida, the other one lived in California. I was like, okay. And that's when I had that 18 inches of snow sitting out here in the yard. But they said, you know what? I'm gonna start trying this here. Thank you so much for that too. Because it's something so simple and you don't think about it. You say, I go out and I get fresh air, but the component that you can add to it that will do you a world, do your body, do your cells a world of good is to take your shoes off. Let your bare feet connect with those free negative neurons and let it reset you. It even resets you all the way to your DNA. It helps you to be more, how can I say, more calm. You know, situations may still arise that's going on in your life, but it don't rile you up as much. That's another thing that I noticed, the calmness that I had, even when stuff would happen that would normally make me just, woo, there was just this peace to say, you know, okay, I'll have to deal with that, but it wouldn't rile me up. I really love that. Absolutely. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, hey, Natasha Tupper. Thank you so much. Because, you know, these are things I love finding out things that are easy, natural, and drug free and that work. You know, I'm always praying, Lord, send me help that's real help. Because sometimes you get help that's not real help. Whether you're trying to help your body, whether you're trying to help your, you know, your situation at work, or you got need repairs at home or something like that, you want help that's real help. And so again, I check these things out as much as I can by trying it myself. And I'm gonna tell you that one right there, that's a winner. Something you can check it out as well. So we get to these EMFs. Now we're talking about our electronic devices. And I know everybody on here uses electronic devices because that's how you're hearing me. That's how you responded with me. And guys, I just lost all my comments. Where did they go? Oh, there they go. Um, it because of electronic devices, it sets off, it transmits different the transmissions of electrical fields are released with every electronic device. I don't care whether it's your television, whether it's your coffee maker, whether it's your microwave, your laptop, your telephone, your tablet, somebody else's. Listen, it could be somebody else's stuff because those frequencies are in the air. They're just everywhere. You can't really get away from them because they're everywhere, especially when you're in populated areas. And those frequencies come through our the walls that come into your house. So it's nothing for them to come through our bodies. We were talking on the show earlier on the Lotus Richey Ignite show. We were talking about uh, people that sleep with their telephones or their devices in the bed with them. It's not really a good thing to do because of the electronic magnetic field that's generated and that originates from these devices. Even when it's not on, those frequencies are still can be received from the outside. That's there. That's just in the air, and it's just amazing that it's something that you can't get away. Even if you say I don't have a phone, but everybody in the house got phones. Everybody else got phones. Or everybody on your job got phones. You're working on computers, and frequency have to come to help these things to work. Come through the brick buildings again. That's when it really began to make sense to me of how strong, how these things can so easily affect our human natural our bodies if it can come through the brick walls. I've worked in a great big brick building, and that's when it hit me one day. I was sitting there thinking about all those computers on it there, and all of the people, everybody got their phones, and just I said, man, there's a lot of stuff, that we're walking through, that we're walking through. So when you can, you want to be able to reset your body. And I'm gonna tell you that grounding is one thing that can help to reset you. You can even check it with a let's see, the electric the I'm gonna have to do a little test. The what do they call those things? My brother's electrician. It's the thing that they check to see how much um golly, I wish I had somebody on here that could help me with that. What's it called? They use the electricians use to see what the how much frequency is coming through a socket or something like that. You can test your how much frequency is coming through your body, how much positive charge is coming through your body by holding on to that same device that they were sticking the plug. You stick it one end of it into the ground, and you stick the other, hold on to the other end. Uh, so, like if you put your shoe on and then you check it, it'll show you how much positive charge that you have going on in your body through your body. Then when you put your bare foot on the ground, you see it go almost in seconds, go from usually most people like at 7 point something from what I have seen. And when they put their foot on the ground, it goes almost immediately to 0.0 something something, and just bring you right to that balance for you. Amazing. But as far as our devices are concerned, um, I have another quote here that I want to mention from another researcher, and he is from Sweden, Dr. Johansson. Dr. Johansson of Karolinska Institute of Stockholm, Sweden, stated that based on his findings from his research, exposure to EMFs, which are created by electronic devices, have long-term cumulative effects that goes as far as changing our very DNA. And when he said cumulative effects, that's how we end up with such positive charge in our bodies because it continues and it accumulates. It accumulates over time. And so I'm always talking about working your lymphatic system to help to move toxins and things of that nature. When you do the same thing by putting your bare feet on the ground, it'll help to remove that positive charge, change it to a negative charge, and you'll also begin to see your health turning around, your peace turning around. So I'm just all for whatever you can do to help your body help you. We have a responsibility to do what we can. You can't do what you don't know, but now you can't say you don't know this. Because I just told you, at least the Pat and Miss Natasha and Miss Angie, I know you guys are hearing this. And to every replay viewer, now you know. And so he said it has a cumulative effect, but it can also change our very DNA. And we're talking about the negative effects of the EMFs over time. And we're all dealing with it over time. So, what's something else that we can do? What's something else that we can do to help to lessen the effect of EMF? Number one would be not sleeping with your device in your bed. And we were talking about it earlier. I said, well, maybe you should put it on the dresser across the room. And Dr. Loda said, well, maybe you should put it, don't even bring it in the room where you sleep, put it in another room where you have to get up and go walk to it, you know. But the thing is, don't sleep with it in your bed. And even when you sleep with it and it's on the nightstand, those those electric fields, magnetic fields can still affect you while you sleep. The electric charge that's coming through the the place where you plug stuff. That's the sockets, right? you know, we have those that this coming into the house, in the apartment buildings or wherever it is that you live. So do some extra stuff on your own by maybe sometimes taking you a little vacation where you say, all day today, I'm not going to get on my device. Do I know how hard that can be? I understand. Trust me, I do. But when you're trying to help your health, when you're trying to uh, do what you can do now that you know what you know, that's something that you can do. Take a vacation, take a break from your devices. Even if it's, you say, well, when we have dinner, we get together, especially families are more together now over this being home together more often. We'll all have our dinner, but nobody bring their devices to the table. Everybody leave their device. I saw where or one family had a basket and everybody had to put their device, whether it was a tablet or their phone, in that basket in the other room, and then come to the dining room to have meals together. You know, you want to do what you can do that's going to alleviate those stressors of EMFs in your body as well as that cumulative effect. So whenever you can, and the other beautiful thing about earthing or grounding, I heard Angie said she liked to go take walks. I heard somebody one time was talking about hugging a tree, and I thought, oh, that's kind of funny. But you know what? If you just touch the tree with your bare hands, that's going to also cause the negative neurons that the tree is receiving through the roots to help to go into you to balance out that positive charge in your body. So, really, we can do this even when it's cold because we don't have to take our shoes off right now, but we can go touch a tree, go lean up against the tree without holding our hands against it or something. But this is something that you do for at least 20 minutes. So I don't know, your neighbors would say, what hell that child out there with that tree every day? I look out there, she's out there at the tree, and she looking for squirrels. What's going on? And then you might get a chance to share exactly what you're doing, something that somebody else could also benefit from it. So Angie says here, that's good to remove the devices because many have forgotten how to have a conversation because everyone is consumed by the electronics. That is the absolute truth. People don't speak to each other. I went out to dinner before all this COVID stuff with a young lady and her niece, and I thought it was the rudest. It really was. It was an environmental stressor for me. Just watching that child. She was maybe about 14, 15 years old, just on her device the whole time. She wasn't interacting with anybody, and I was like, "That's." And she was like, "Well, that's just the way young people are, man." And the first thing happened, she ready to argue and fuss and just get all in the stuff, but then it's just to have a conversation. She can't do that. And it's so many, and it's not just young people, it's a lot of people. So yeah, Angie, we need to learn how to have conversations again. Yes. And so that's pretty much what I had for tonight. I just wanted to share. I wanted to continue to talk about the EMFs, and that's the frequency, the charge that comes from our devices that's in the air, that comes to, you see all of these cell phone towers that are stronger and stronger because now we got 5G going on, and that's very strong charge, that's frequency that's in the air, and we're all experiencing that. We drive through them, we walk through them, when from your car to your house, from your car to the store. These frequencies, we can't see them. I was talking earlier how the wind, we can't see the wind. We see the effects of wind, just as we see the effects of a cumulative amount of these charges and these frequencies that go through us on a daily basis, whether we whether we want it to or not, whether we have a device or not. That's the other thing. You really can't get around it unless you can go out in nature where there are no cell phone charges, where it's really pure air than it is and atmosphere than it is that we experience on the, where we live. And so whenever you can, especially, the springtime and summer coming up, you have times to get in places like that, take advantage of it. Go there or wherever there may be where you live on purpose and spend a little time out in nature, knowing the information that you know now. So if I just wanted to share that. I want to share. I'm going to take a break here and just share a commercial and a couple of other things with you as well. So as soon as this plays, I'll be right back. To the ground, everything could fall apart because everybody's looking at you. You're stressed and overwhelmed. You're looking for answers, for help. There's real help, for solutions. I have Vibrant Life solutions that help you. I am Hillary Goodman, the Vibrant Life coach, author, speaker, lymphologist, and pastor. I empower busy women leaders with strategies to reduce stress and anxiety while energy, clarity of mind, better sleep, better health, and vitality. Oh yeah, and boost your immunity. If you're ready for that, you say, I need that in my life right now. Let's connect. You can reach me at hey, you can listen for a free 20-minute clarity call. You can reach me at bit.ly. I left the ly off of there. bit.ly/speak with Hillary. It's case sensitive, so you have to use the capital letters where they are. bit.ly/speak with Hillary. Let's get on a call and see how we may work together to help you to gain your life back from stress and anxiety and from inflammation that may be stress related so that you can have a more vibrant life with vibrant health. And also, if you're looking to get a trampoline, you haven't got your trampoline yet, you're looking for one, this is my recommendation. You can go to, after that talk, I needed to bounce you all. You can go to bit.ly/bounce for health. bit.ly/bounce for health. When you can't get out into put your feet on the ground or go hug a tree, can't get out to nature, bounce. Bounce on your mini trampoline. Put your phone over there and bounce. Because your body, your lymphatic system is there to make sure that all is well, to make sure that all the other systems of the body are working like they should work. So you can have that state of being that's called homeostasis, where all things are working the way God intended. All systems of the body got a good thumbs up. Yeah, and your lymphatic system is like the end all for all of them. So you want your lymphatic system to be engaged, and you want it to be maintained. And if you want a copy of my book, this is the book, You Got the Power, 7 Ways to Transform Your Health and Peace. And there is a chapter in here where we're talking about stress. You can get your book at www. I left off the .com. www.hillarygooden.com. www.hillarygooden.com. That's where you can get a copy of my book. And so I thank you for being here with me. I will be on live again Thursday at 6 p.m. on my Let's Get Acquainted show. And I should have shown my flyer for that. Let's Get Acquainted. And I'm going to have on Apostle Dr. Christine Gooden, my mother, and Elder Lavon Roberts. And we're still talking about and celebrating women, but because this is March Women's History Month. And so this is a national holiday. So I'm still bringing on women so that we can celebrate those women in our lives that have been an influence, and others that we just want to lift it up, because women are making a great difference in all areas of our life, not just our personal lives, but in our life as a nation. And so we want to do our part and help those how God has given us to help, whatever it is, gifting that God has given you. You want to use it to his glory, use it to impact the lives of other people. And so that's really what I had on tonight. And so you can come there at Let's Get Acquainted. That's Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I'll see you again next Tuesday for the Vibrant Good Health Show, which is every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I'm always talking about things that you can do to help your body, help you live a more vibrant life by having more vibrant health. And I help bring on different strategies, tips, and just things that I've done myself and just come to know that works. I want you to know as well. And then as a vibrant life coach and lymphologist, you know, I'm here also to help you. So, and I have spaces that are open. If you feel that, you know what, I have some issues, but I don't want to talk about them here because it's personal. Of course, I get that. You can go to that link bit.ly/speak with Hillary, or you can just direct message me, and I will be able to um, connect with you, because there are so many things that are available. There are so many ways that you can use your body to help your body that are easy, natural, and drug free. Sometimes you know what you need to do, but you need that support and accountability. Somebody's going to hold you to it and to see you through it. And so I would love to be your coach and love to mentor you or coach you, whichever one it is that you need. That's why we need to get on that call and see what it is that you need that we can do together to help you, help yourself, help your body. And so, with that being said, I'm going to say good night. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to my replay viewers as well. And if you have any thoughts or concerns that come up after the fact, you can put it here in the comments, or you can direct message me and I'll get back in touch with you as soon as I see it. So God bless you all. Have a good night, and don't be afraid to take your shoes off. Don't be afraid to take your shoes off. Good night.